Welcome everyone to the Goddess Temple. My name is Chris, and for this message, um, it's going to be similar to the previous video that I just posted. And this is going to touch on the vastness of your abundance. And I get that it's not a very catchy word, but the your abundance reservoir it has a limit, it has a cap. And so why do I say that? Because there is such thing as when your abundance reaches its limits, right? Its full capacity, either you end up overgiving or you end up taking, insatiably taking from others. There is no equal balance. There's no balance from that, right? And so this is what you're going to be learning is how to navigate through the fact that your abundance actually has a cap. It hits an end. It hits an edge. There's a limit to it, and anything beyond that becomes uncomprehendable. You can't tangibly fathom it. It's not contained. It's leaky. It looks like whatever it looks like, and that shows through in your physical health. It will show through in your mental and emotional health. It will show through in your relationships. It will show through in your lifestyle. It will show through in your home that you live and how clean it is. Your whole life, you want to understand where your abundance is and where your money and your wealth is. Look at your life. Actually open your eyes and look at where you are. This will show you where you are and where you have gone and where you continue to go. Because at some point in your life, you must have had some sense of wealth, enough wealth for you to have your own clean, empty space. And then all of a sudden, you find yourself right back where you started, right? So uh, the person that hit the lottery, that hit the jackpot, why do they end up coming back to being in poverty again? And somehow the money just is gone, right? And they lose it in within a couple of years. How is that possible? Because internally, mentally, emotionally, physically, they have not done the work to hold that. And I know that this is something that you hear from many people around you, that you have heard countless of stories like this, that you've heard even motivational speakers and wealth and abundance coaches that speak about what it's like and how to actually hold and receive money in abundance. The thing is, you can only be as abundant as much as you have the capacity and the courage to ask for the health and the wealth and to be replenished. If you do not have the capacity to ask for replenishment, you're not going to get it, right? You're not going to get it. Just like the person that you give to because out of your own purity, what happens if that person actually asks you for it? It actually makes it a little bit easier. Because when someone asks you, can I take from you or can you do this for me? You are given an option to say yes or to say no. You are given an option to say that I have the capacity for this and or I do not have the capacity for this because there's something else that my energy, my time, my effort is going to. And so where are you putting your attention? Your attention, your focus is your wealth. This teaches you what it means for you to be human, what it means for you to be abundant, what it means for you to create endlessly, effortlessly. If you want to be abundant, you can make $10 an hour making a piece of art. The thing is, you can have thousands of people waiting in line for you for that $10 piece of art. And now you priced it at that $10 because you know what? You want everyone to enjoy it at a value that is affordable, right? And then you have a bunch of people that are, taking and using, and there's more and more people asking of you. You can only create that $10 art piece because, well, you can only create it for a certain amount of time. And the thing is, the moment that you're done with it, the moment that you are emptied and that you do not give yourself the time to feed and nourish yourself, you are going to be awakened with a rude, I just mixed up my words. You're going to have a rude awakening, right? You're going to have to stop at some point because you are giving too much when you don't have much to give. You are giving beyond your means. You are giving beyond your capacity to be replenished, beyond your capacity to receive so much money, beyond your capacity to do. And so it could be that you don't actually need so much money to feel nourished, fulfilled, and satiated at the same time. Because the thing is, you only have a limited amount of time. And I really am hoping that you guys are following through on my words, that it's making absolute sense, but let's just keep going with it, okay? I'm just gonna let this channel just come through, so let's just keep going with it. And so you're gonna continue to give because you only have a certain amount of time. At some point, you're gonna have to say, that's all that I have. I am actually gonna have to increase my value so I can only produce a certain amount. Right? It's so valuable that I'm going to increase my price on that product so I can decrease the amount of people coming to it, and so I can increase the value and the replenishment and the 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 replenishment, because it's an exchange, right? You create something because you understand that the person taking from you, receiving that, sees a value in it and says, wow, that is incredible that you're creating something of such value. It's it feeds me, it entertains me, it nourishes me in some way. It inspires me, right? You're adding and giving value. When you're adding and giving value to someone, you're like, oh, of course I want to give more. And then you increase that price range so someone else can come in and say, okay, I value this and I give you this much for it. And I love that the messaging around it, I love the weight to it that you have. I love the substance. And I feel nourished. And so by you nourishing me, I'm going to nourish you back with this exchange of money. Abundance is an exchange. You can only give from what you have. And so for you to even continue to give, there is times that you're going to have to actually take time off so you can be replenished. Because there is such a thing as getting bored. It's not going to be for everyone, right? But there is such a thing as getting bored with a certain idea because you've already explored the depths of it. And you're like, okay, I'm kind of done with this idea. I know that you just found it. It's wonderful that you have. But I personally am done with it, and if you're willing to come along on this journey with me and co-create with me, I'm more than happy to. But if you're still stuck on that idea, and that desire and that thing, I'm done with it. I've already moved on. I've already upgraded. I've already grown. So this also ties into relationships and how you can um, outgrow a relationship, how you can't outgrow a partner. And this is where a lot of people move into this place of fear. And so what ends up happening is that you keep unconsciously, you end up trying to keep someone at the level that you're at because you have not developed and grown there. And when you question and ask someone, hey, where are you at with this? Because this is where I'm at. Are you there too? Is it okay? Is this where we're going? Are we still on the same page? Or how can I support you so you can meet me here? What do I need to give to you so you can feel replenished for you to meet me here? Or is it that you need time so you can figure out what that is because you haven't even considered that you needed to grow and develop in this area? What is actually required of you? This is how we co create with our life. This is how we co create in our relationships. And it's not just our romantic relationships, it's also our family, it's also our friends, it's also our work, our careers, ourselves. Because you are never going to stay the same, you are always going to grow. There is one aspect of your life that's going to be more dominant than the other. And then eventually, when you're looking to grow yourself abundantly, right, when it comes to wealth and money, there's other aspects of your life that has to also grow and match it, or else it will overtake. Hence the whole concept of gold diggers um, and pretty much insatiable. Okay, I hate the fact that gold diggers are even a thing and that it's associated with women, but yeah, it's the person that'll just take from you just cause, right? It's a couch potato and takes from you just cause. As you are going, doing the work, putting in the effort, like they're just stuck there because they're stuck in in their little thought process. And the only time that someone grows and develops is when you actually stop putting into them, stop feeding them, stop encouraging that behavior. I even hate using that term of encouraging a behavior because it's actually very belittling and I hate that attitude. But um, there's more gentle ways of addressing a situation and there's more loving ways of doing it, and it's putting in the effort to actually do it because you want to, because that's actually a quality you want to have. If you're not willing to come and show up with softness when you want someone to grow with you, then allow yourself to end it with softness. So it's not a blood or a poor taste. It just ends because it does, because it's meant to end with softness. Because there's still love there. It's just that it's run its course. And you understand that this person is actually not going to develop and grow with you. And so you put a pause on it. And if it picks up again at another time, then it does, right? But this also applies to your money. This also applies to your mental health, your physical health. This is how you grow your abundance, your sense of growth, your ability to hold more. This is how you hold more. So with that, I'm going to be leaving the message here. And I wish you guys all the best, and I will speak to you soon.